Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul promised to be a battle of generations where raw power met youthful ambition. Instead, what unfolded felt more like a carefully choreographed wrestling match.
Like Mike's legs at 58 though.
Jake Paul, 12 of 53, 23%.
I don't like the fact that he keep messing with that mouthpiece.
Oh, left hook, triple left hook. Free Mark Calloy warning Paul not to measure.
Jake
Leaving fans scratching their heads and asking, was this really boxing or just another high-stakes cash grab dressed as a fight? The fight kicked off with Tyson showing glimpses of his legendary style. His head movement and classic bob and weave were on display as he stalked forward in the opening round. Fans held their breath, hoping for a signature Tyson knockout, but those hopes quickly faded. While Tyson landed some decent punches, his legs looked shaky, his timing was off, and his trademark power seemed missing. At 58, Tyson didn't just look older, he looked tired. His punches, which once left opponents questioning their career choices,
given by the ref in the early going. Mike gets it up for the right.
There's a mark of a shot fighter when you can't get off punches.
He's definitely hurt. His legs are gone. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive this round. Larry's nail again. Championship of the world. Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away.
seemed more like taps meant to entertain rather than devastate. Jake Paul, on the other hand, played it smart. He avoided taking unnecessary risks, using his youth, reach, and energy to stay ahead on points. He connected with a few clean shots, even pushing Tyson off balance at times, but he never committed to a knockout attempt. Whether out of respect, caution, or contract stipulations, Jake didn't press hard enough to finish the fight. In the days leading up to the fight, a supposed leaked script went viral online, claiming the fight's outcome was predetermined. The script outlined each round in detail, including Tyson showing flashes of his old self early on, and Jake gradually taking control as the fight wore on. And while there's no hard evidence that the fight was staged, what unfolded in the ring felt eerily close to that script. Tyson's performance appeared restrained, and rumors of a no-knockout clause only added fuel to the fire. Fans expected fireworks, a clash between Tyson's power and Jake's youthful ambition. Instead, they got what felt like a glorified sparring session. Tyson's lack of aggression and Jake's cautious approach made it clear that this fight wasn't about settling a rivalry. It was about selling tickets, pay-per-view buys, and creating viral content. Joe Rogan, the voice of modern combat sports, described the match as surreal. Watching a 58-year-old Tyson fight a YouTuber was entertaining, but it was also a clear sign of how far boxing has strayed from its roots. Rogan praised Jake's improving skills, but couldn't ignore Tyson's diminished speed and power. Even Dana White admitted he had initially begged Tyson not to fight again after his 2020 exhibition with Roy Jones Jr., citing Tyson's age and health concerns. Yet here we were, with Tyson stepping into the ring for what many felt was just a payday. It's not hard to see why Tyson agreed. The former champ reportedly pocketed $20 million from the fight, while Jake added another win to his record and further cemented his reputation as boxing's biggest showman. But at what cost? For boxing purists, the fight was a slap in the face. Tyson, the man who once ruled the ring, was reduced to playing a part in what felt more like a reality TV show revealed he wasn't at his best going into the fight. Earlier this year, he experienced a near-death health scare, losing half his blood and requiring 8 transfusions. That explained his lackluster performance, but it didn't soften the blow for fans who paid to see the Tyson of old. Mike himself admitted to carrying Jake during the fight, a move likely meant to preserve the illusion of a competitive matchup. For Jake, the fight was a win in more ways than one. Adding Tyson's name to his list of victories bolsters his credibility as a real boxer, even if the circumstances are questionable. There are questions over his strategy of building his boxing resume through high-profile, low-risk bouts. Critics across the boxing world didn't hold back. Former champions like Evander Holyfield questioned the legitimacy of the match, with some even suggesting Tyson was set up to lose. Fans on social media labeled it a cash grab, while others mourned the continued decline of boxing as a sport. Even Tony Bellew, a former world champion, called it a circus and urged fans to demand real competition from Jake Paul moving forward. The fight also shone a light on the growing trend of celebrity boxing, where the focus is less on skill and more on entertainment value. Jake Paul, to his credit, has brought fresh eyes to the sport, but purists argue that his fights lack the authenticity that made boxing great in the first place. Watching a 58-year-old Tyson trade jabs with a YouTuber isn't exactly the kind of match that will go down in history. In the end, the Tyson versus Paul fight didn't deliver the knockout drama fans hoped for. It wasn't about proving who the better fighter was. It was about creating a spectacle that could generate headlines and revenue. Tyson may still be a legend, but this wasn't the Tyson of the 80s. And Jake Paul, while improving, has yet to face a true test in the ring. For fans who grew up watching Tyson's meteoric rise and unmatched dominance, this fight was a tough pill to swallow. It was a reminder that time catches up with everyone, even the most feared man in boxing history. And for Jake Paul, it was another step in his carefully orchestrated journey through the sport, a journey that continues to blur the lines between competition and entertainment.